What does this mean for your linear channels? Are we seeing, like, obviously we're seeing a sea change in the media business with over the top and direct to consumer. What's the future for traditional linear television channels?
We think the future is actually quite good, but it's changed. They used to be, outside the US, subscribers are growing 2%. Inside the US, it's declining 3%. And viewership on traditional television is either flat or declining. So it's not the same business that it was. For many years, the business was growing at double digit or in the teens every year. More subs, more viewership on television. That's changed. Having said that, we're the largest international media company. We still have a business domestically and internationally that's growing low single digit. We hope it'll grow mid-single. But our company is generating, over $2.5 billion in cash, and we're striving to get to $3 billion. And so we have a great free cash flow machine. We think for the next several years it'll grow low single or mid-single. What do we buy that's going to get us, that's going to deal with this issue of that train track? And so we're one of the few media companies that's really, I think we're taking a lot of risk, or in our opinion, we're betting a lot of resources on where we think the industry is going to go. We think it's going to go to phones and devices, and people are going to want to see the stuff that they love the most. And so, we own all the cycling in Europe. We now have this big venture with golf, and we're going to spend a lot more money and doing a lot more stuff, some of which we'll talk about today. And natural history. We think food, ultimately, we can own the kitchen with the food. But we're going to take most of that money and try and be where the industry is going. And if we can, based on the valuation of companies like Netflix, we could be the next generation media company. We think we are. On a parallel track, Bob Iger's trying to do the same thing. He's trying to transform his company to go to devices and direct to consumer. The difference is he's doing it in the basket where he's directly competing with Prime and Netflix and HBO, and they're doing scripted series and scripted movies. And our strategy is we don't want to be a generalist and we don't want to play that game. Let's go to these individual sports that people love, or let's go to these individual categories like food or natural history that people love.